In this video, I will demonstrate how to use the PDF markup tools to write on or draw on a PDF document. First thing you need to do is go and find a document. I've created a sample document on my website, and I'll open that. Then notice in the upper right hand corner there's a little box with an arrow coming from it. That is the share icon. Go ahead and tap that icon. And in the bottom row, scroll over until you find the icon that says Create PDF. Tap on Create PDF. I know it's already a PDF, but this actually can be done with any website as well. So I create PDF, and notice it opens up in a new preview pane. The icons have changed a little bit. In the upper right hand corner, you still have the share icon, but now you have a little circle with a marker in it. That is the markup tool. If you tap on the markup tool, you'll get some tools down at the bottom. Going from left to right, there's a marker, a highlighter, a pencil, an eraser, a selection lasso, and some colors. You can draw, change colors here. So if I change to blue and draw with the marker, I can do that. If I want to change to the highlighter and maybe to yellow to highlight a portion of text, and maybe even the pencil, which is really just like the marker but a much finer point. With the eraser, I can then tap on one of these items I just created or move my finger around and erase it. With the lasso tool, I can select one of these items and move it around. You can also select the lasso tool to select more than one item. If I do some highlighting as well, and now use the lasso tool, I've selected more than one item and I can move them together. Okay. Again, I just tapped out of it to get to something, another location. But wait, there's more. Notice the plus sign in the bottom right hand corner. If I tap this plus sign, they give me several other tools. One of the most handy ones is the text tool. That will put text in, and I can move it around, make the text box bigger. If I double tap in it, I can type in there. I'm going to remove the keyboard. And now with that box selected, notice there's a little a and a big A next to the plus key in the bottom right corner. If I tap that, I can change the font of the text that's in there. I can use the slider to change the size of the text, and I can change its justification: left, justified, centered, and right. Okay. Once I'm happy with it, I tap out of that. There are a couple other tools in the plus sign. You have a signature tool where you can actually put your signature in there and then put it into a document, and it'll save multiple signatures for future reference. There's also a magnifier. This is a tool that allows you to magnify part of the screen. There are two handles on it. The blue handle makes the circle for the magnifier bigger. The green handle makes the magnification larger. You can also tap the little pictures next to the plus sign to make the outline for the magnification tool bigger. If we do the plus sign again, notice there's some shapes, squares, circles, and callouts. Those do pretty much exactly what you would expect them to do. But the arrow tool is kind of neat. I'm going to add an arrow tool. I'm going to change the color to red. If I select it, I can make the arrow point at something. And notice there's a green handle in the middle of the arrow. If I grab that green handle, I can actually bend the arrow a little bit. Again, there's some tools down here at the bottom right to make, say, a double-headed arrow or make the arrow a little bit thicker, whatever you'd like to do. Anytime during your markup, if you tap the markup tool in the upper right-hand corner, you can go back to the document as normal with your markups and maybe move to a different section of the screen to mark up, or a different section of the document. As long as I go back to the markup tool, I can still edit any one of the items in here. Once you really are done marking up, turn off the markup tool and then find the word done in the upper left hand corner. If I tap done, it gives me two choices. Either save the file to someplace or delete the PDF. If you don't want to mark anything up and you don't even want to save your markups, choose delete PDF. If you actually want to save your markups, choose save file. However, be careful doing that. Once you save the file with the markups, the document is actually flattened and those markups become a part of the document that you cannot edit later. So if I save the file, it's going to give me some options. I'm going to choose it to save to iCloud Drive, and I've created a folder for documents inside of iCloud Drive. Once I'm done, in the upper right hand corner, I'm going to tap Add. That document has now been added to my files. To find it, go back to my home screen. I'm going to find the Files app. For me, it's in my dock at the bottom, just about in the middle. Open my files, and here's my sample document. So if I tap on that document, it'll open up with all of those markup tools, markups in it. So if I go to the markup tool again, notice I can go back and change the markup a little bit. So that's an introduction to the markup tool built into iOS 11 for marking up PDFs or web pages or anything else. Thank you.